Welcome back, everyone. 4:43 on this Tuesday morning, and I think today is the best day to go grocery shopping and finish those last-minute errands.
Yeah, you got to do that stuff. So I was going to ask you, are you sore from all the shoveling that you did yesterday with Aaron?
Yes, and I actually went to the gym after.
So, jeez.
Because I have to schedule the class in advance, or they charge you.
Oh, so you couldn't cancel.
I know.
So you had to commit.
Today is a rest day.
So you got a double workout. Yeah, rest day and eat day, right?
Right.
That's a fun one. That's good. All right. Well, that fresh snow we got has led to some really cold temperatures. Not often that you wake up on a winter morning and it's colder in southern Maine than it is in eastern or northern Maine especially. But this is where all that fresh powder fell, and that's ideal radiational cooling conditions. When you get fresh powder and clear nights, you can get really cold, and we have. It's 4 Wiscasset, 2 Sanford. Less cold as you head north, but it's still, pretty chilly out there. Quiet at the moment as high pressure is still with us, but our clouds are going to increase today and keep the cold air locked in here. Here's our next storm. The low is not going to go to our south. It's going to go to our west, which means we're going to blast some warm air in here. It's going to take time to change snow to rain in some places, but it looks like the coastline, where we saw the most snow from the weekend storm, we'll see the least this go round. So the interior gets the most. Thin clouds this morning should lead to a pretty sunrise a little after 7 o'clock. Really cold, but no wind issues this morning or this afternoon. There's a lot of black ice this morning, as we did get a little melting from the sun yesterday, so heads up for numerous slippery spots. Midday, clouds increase and all the sun should fade away pretty much. It'll be cold out there, and with no sun today, I don't expect much melting. So we got a little bit yesterday. There won't be really any out there today. Cloudy and cold for your evening. Your commute should be fine, but just after you get home, and I mean like just over near the New Hampshire border, snow will come rolling in, and it'll continue to move north and east throughout the evening hours before changing over to rain during the overnight. So let's pick up the story at about midnight. By then, we should have flipped over to rain along the south coast, so it's just a quick hit of wet snow. But as you can see elsewhere, it's going to thump some heavy wet snow for a few hours. Then that rain snow line continues to work north up to about the foothills or mountains. This is at daybreak tomorrow. This is when it's going to be kind of wild out there with heavy downpours, really strong winds at the coastline out of the southeast, and a sloppy mess because of snow and rain and melting and all of that. It's just not going to be too appealing tomorrow morning. However, by about 8 o'clock, a lot of that heavy rain is shifting north of Bangor even, and then by midday it's essentially over. The winds will be settling down, and we may even see a break or two of sunshine or a rain or snow shower during the afternoon. So we'll start with the snow map. This remains unchanged. I do not expect a lot from Portland south along the coastline. Looks like an inch or so or even less. Mid-coast, down east coast, you get about 1 to 3. As you go inland, it'll stay snow a little longer, and this is going to be a wet, pasty snow. Looks like 3 to as much as 6 inches the higher up you go for places like Lewiston, Augusta, Waterville, and Bangor. It's really, though, far northwestern Maine and up north where you get into the higher amounts here, 6 to 12 inches. And some of the highest peaks, oof, you're going to get a lot of snow, like 12 plus. I am still real concerned about wind gusts, especially along the coastline and in the mountains, the highest terrain. It looks like our interior should avoid a lot of the damaging wind gusts, unlike that last storm prior to Christmas time. But this is a bad direction for the coast out of the southeast with gusts around 60 miles per hour. Power outages will happen. They will, so prepare for them. The winds will start to settle down, though, after noon. And during the afternoon, while it'll still be breezy, we won't have damaging wind gusts. Lastly, the flooding potential. Heavy rain, like somewhere around 2 inches of it after the changeover, along with a lot of the snow that's melting out there, is going to lead to some drainage flooding issues. I suggest that if you're in your neighborhood, you go out, clean some of those storm drains off, be a good neighbor, be a good Samaritan. That'll help your neighborhood out a lot. Otherwise, that water has nowhere to go except hang out in the road. And that creates problems, obviously. After the storm departs, Thursday and Friday both look good, and they both look quiet, and they won't be super cold either. So if you happen to lose power, it's not like we're going to get a flash freeze following the storm. However, another storm is going to be moving in just in time for the weekend. Saturday, this storm looks very similar to the one that's coming through tonight and tomorrow. Maybe a little less strength with it, but similar in that we'll start off as a little bit of snow, go over to rain. There'll probably be some wind in here too. And then we probably get a flash freeze on Sunday. So this is a very active pattern with storms coming our way. Seas 2 to 3 feet, southeast wind 5 to 15 knots. And late tonight and tomorrow, the winds are going to be howling out on the water. So don't head out. Here's the 7-day forecast. Clouds increase tonight. Snow changes to rain. Tomorrow morning, it's going to pour, and it's going to be that sloppy mess. Windy out there, too. The afternoon, it does quiet down. Partly sunny on Thursday. Friday is bright but quiet in the 30s. And then Saturday, we get another storm with a lot of rain and wind in there, only a little bit of snow. It turns much colder, though, Sunday and Monday, and the pattern looks like it'll hold with that cold feeling a lot of next week, too. So,
gosh, we're getting so many storms.
One after another.
Whew.
Yep, it's
Okay.
tough.
Thank you,
Hang
Tom.
in there.
Yes.